Hey, church family. I'm sitting in the dark today because I want to illustrate something important that we learned this last Sunday. We talked about suffering and how if we want to know God, if we want to know Jesus, that it is going to be found in the midst of suffering. But we also talked about how it is actually in our suffering and in our weaknesses that we are actually made strong and that God is really glorified. And so to illustrate this, I have three pots here. One is completely broken. One of them is perfect and whole, and the other one has been kind of pieced together, but is still not really. It's still missing a lot. The reason that these three pots illustrate the importance of suffering is that I know a lot of people feel very broken in many ways, and they don't want to be. They want to be whole. They want their lives to be put together, and I think many of us strive to look like this, not to be battered and broken and lying in pieces. But the truth is that most of us really probably look a lot more like this. And often I think people feel that if they want to glorify Jesus and if they want to know Christ, that they need to look like this. But the truth is that I think that God is more glorified in our broken world today by people who look like this. And here's why. Because if Jesus is going to shine his light through us, someone who has everything perfect and put together in their life, they don't really shine as brightly because, well, Jesus doesn't shine through them because they shine. They look great. They look perfect. Everything is put together in their lives. And so they're the ones who ultimately get the glory. But when you take this piece of pottery that has been broken and put back together and put the light in it, it actually shines quite brightly. It's incredible how much light is actually in my office right now through this broken pot. And it's actually quite beautiful when you see it like this. And that God is really glorified not through our perfection, but also in the midst of our brokenness. And guys, I just want to remind you that if you're going through something difficult right now, one, if you're feeling like this, and if this is kind of where your life is right now, just know that God is there to walk alongside of you and help put the pieces back together, and that really the world doesn't need perfect people. The world doesn't need perfect people. The world needs people who are broken, but who continue to who continue to endure, who continue to work on themselves. But what the world needs is people who are going to allow Jesus to shine not through perfection, but through their brokenness. Because brokenness is relatable. This isn't. Because everyone wants it, but no one attains it. But this is relatable. And in through that, Jesus is glorified. So, whatever you're going through right now, be encouraged that in our weaknesses, we are truly made strong. Not because because this is ultimately where we're going to get, but simply because when Jesus enters into our brokenness, he can create something quite beautiful. All right, love you, church. So don't be afraid of your brokenness, okay? In fact, embrace it. And in fact, embrace that suffering with Christ. And you will know Jesus in a whole new way because he suffered the same way we did. All right, love you guys.